So just as a recap, because I love a good recap, excuse me. Um, when it comes to boosting your motivation, here are the three different ways that you can boost your motivation as a language learner. So you can ask yourself, what's your guiding principle or your why for learning languages? You can ask yourself, what does progress look like for you, or what is it that you're hoping to achieve? And then you can ask yourself, like, who are the people in the communities that inspire me to keep going? Those are the three questions that you can ask yourself, unpack in order to figure out how can I regain my motivation? But remember that motivation should not be the foundation of what you're doing in your language studies. It should be a bonus. It's like the sprinkles on a cupcake. It is not the cupcake. Or, it's not, it shouldn't be the first layer. It should be something that's added on as something that's great and fancy, but is not the thing that you should be focusing on, because we're not always motivated. That's just a fact. It's a reality. We're not always going to be motivated. And if you put your entire language learning routine and journey on your motivation, you're going to have days when you don't study, and then you're going to regress. You're going to lose progress. We don't want that. So those are the three questions that you can ask for motivation. And then hello, if you are just joining. Um, and then the three ways or three questions that you can ask yourself when it comes to building your language learning confidence is, first, unpacking what is impacting your confidence. Do you feel like you're lacking confidence because you are feeling unproductive, like you're not doing enough? Do you feel like it is because you are distracted, or you don't have focus? Like when you try to sit down and study, you're not feeling as focused as you want to be, or you could be. Or do you lack confidence because you're feeling imbalanced? Maybe you're trying to balance language learning and life. Maybe you're trying to learn multiple languages at the same time, and you're just feeling like you have no clue of how to organize all of that. Those are the first set of questions that you can ask yourself. And then from there, if you feel like you're not productive, you need to think about, well, what's your next step? Do you need more skill and practice? Because if so, you need to choose the next step. How are you going to get that skill and practice and make it really simple for yourself? Maybe it is you need more feedback and support. Then you need to find a community. And as I've been sharing this entire live, I have a free Facebook community that you can literally come to me and ask me for whatever it is you need. And either I'm going to direct you to the people, or I'm going to, give you the link or whatever it is that you need so that you can get that support. Or you can just jump straight into joining Black and Global, which is another free community in Discord. Like, those are two places I'm giving you right now, if that's you and you need that support. And if you need more information or you need resources, you have to either do the research or you have to ask. Now, I break down my research process in one of my free guides. There's like 5 pages of how I do research and where I go, what keywords to do. So if you'd like that, you can leave a comment or DM me if you're here on TikTok, because I'm also on YouTube over here. And you can just message me and let me know, and I will send you that guide. And then once you decide, okay, maybe it's not, maybe my reason for not feeling confident is not unproductive. It's not because I'm feeling unproductive. Maybe it's because you're distracted. Well, you need to decide, well, what is making you feel distracted? What are the specific things that when you sit down to study are making you, your mind wander, or making it hard to focus? Is it because it's boring? Is it because like you just don't want to do it? Why don't you want to do it? What about this is giving friction or making this really hard for you to do? And then you need to do the reverse. How can you change that? How can you shift that? How can you make it easier for yourself? I'm giving you the permission, and give yourself the permission to make it easier for yourself. Because you don't have to study for 6 hours every single day. Like I've been saying this entire life, you can do 10 minutes 3 to 4 times a week and still make progress because you're being strategic. And you know that you can build up that 10 minutes to 25, 30, 45 later, if that's a decision that you want to make for yourself, because it's personal to you and your needs. And then finally, I'm just going to move this just a little bit. There we go. And then if you are feeling imbalanced, you feel like, whether you're trying to balance your language learning and life, or language learning and other languages, like you have 2, 3, 4, 5 languages you're trying to learn, then I look at the expectations in three different areas. So I look at time, frequency, and task. Sometimes you need to adjust the amount of time you're spending on your language studies. Sometimes you need to adjust the frequency, so the amount of times throughout the week or day that you're doing the thing. And then sometimes you need to adjust the actual task. Maybe the specific task that you have is too often or too difficult, or you've added in too many layers to it. Maybe you've decided that you want to do some speaking practice solo and you're going to record yourself for 30 minutes. And you find every time you have to sit down for that 30 minutes, you feel like you have nothing to say. Well, what if you made it easier on yourself? Maybe you did 5 minutes. Maybe you did that once a week instead of 3 times a week. Or maybe you decided I'm going to swap that task and do something different because it's not working for me right now. Whatever it is that you need to do to get the stuff done, like that, if you take nothing else away from this live, whatever it is that you need to do in order to get the studying done so that you can make the progress that you want to make, so that you can use the languages that you're learning, whatever it takes to get there. And know that if you have questions, if you're not sure of how to actually put this into practice, this is one of the many things that I support language learners with, both in my course and in my membership. And if that's something that you'd like more information on, let me know. But I have free resources as well. And there's literally no pressure because my goal is just to help language learners wherever you are, meet you where you're at, so that you can get the support that you need. And so I hope that this whole live experience was helpful, whether you were joining later on or you joined from the beginning. And know that whether you're here on TikTok or here on YouTube, I'm going to take this live video and reconstruct it. So I'm going to cut it up into a couple pieces and then put it back onto my YouTube channel so you can watch this again later and, figure out those things about confidence or about motivation, no matter what your focus is, whatever thing that you want to focus on and really unpack for yourself, you get to do that later on my channel. So if you're not already following me on YouTube, then make sure to do that. And then if you're on YouTube and you're not already following me on TikTok, make sure to do that because the content is not always the same, but I'm trying something new out this time. Like I said in the beginning, usually when I do lives, they're always like Q&As. Sometimes I'm co-working, sometimes I'm just here to chat with people, but generally I'm answering lots of questions. And I decided that in addition to answering questions, I also want to have themed lives where I'm talking about two specific topics. And then I can also take those later and put them on the channel for people to watch in the future. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful. And I'm going to hang back a little bit to make sure that anyone here, if you have questions, that they are answered. One, triple checking here. So if you do have questions about language learning in general, about your language studies, about confidence and motivation, because that was our topic for today, let me know. Otherwise, we are going to stop soon because I think, yeah, we've been at an hour. This has been good. I'm very excited about this. So any questions about language learning in general or about building your confidence or your motivation as language learners as we wrap up? Because I think we're good. And now I know, because I tested this all out earlier. I had a live earlier today where I was trying to figure out what to do on YouTube and how to get it all set up, all that jazz. And then I ultimately decided that rather than having TikTok and YouTube on my computer, YouTube's going to be on my computer and TikTok I'll do through my phone. And it's working. It's fine. Like I know my eyes are wandering here and here and here, but that's okay. It's interactive. But yeah, I hope that this is helpful. I think I'm going to end the live here because I think questions are answered. And I am going to make sure that this video is up on my YouTube channel. So if you're not already following me over on YouTube, make sure to go, same name as this profile. Words were not working for me for a second. So if you're here on TikTok, make sure to follow me, the Polyglot Fox over on YouTube. I'm literally the Polyglot Fox everywhere. So Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, also on Threads. You can find if there's a platform that you are a part of, I am probably there. Not as often as TikTok and now YouTube and Instagram, but I am there. I'm there. Um, Yeah, and I hope that this was really helpful. And we're going to end here. And I will see you guys. I'm going to try to do these weekly and I'm going to try to do these a little bit earlier. But like I said, even if you're not able to make it, I'll have the uploads available in the future. But yeah. All right. See you. YouTube, or at least by TikTok. We're going to say bye to TikTok first. There we go. And now we're on YouTube. And I think I had a lot of fun with this. This was really nice. So yeah, I'm going to do this more often and cut up the videos for the future. So for all of you that were able to attend and watch and share, thank you so much. And I will see you next time.